because the issue arose after the reversal.
So he got somebody else pregnant. He got 2 kids already with 2 different mothers, and now he got a third one.
And
What's wrong with this picture?
well, we don't even know if this is his child. There's an allegation that it is, but there's been no definitive,
Well, that's a problem.
test or anything like that.
So they're arguing about this child,
What's
and
that?
whether or not is she gonna abort it? That's what the
No, no,
argument.
no, she had, I believe she's having.
Case number 24S00399 SM, State of Michigan versus Terrell Sapp.
Michelle Mitch on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Romy Mescrin on behalf of Terrell Sapp. He's approaching sentencing.
Okay.
Well, it's not.
All right, Mr. Sapp, you're here for sentencing on malicious use of telecommunications device. We did get a pre-sentence report on this, so did you have a chance to review it, and is it factually accurate?
I have, Your Honor, the report is factually accurate, no addition, there's no corruption.
All right. Let's see here. Warrant out of Georgia for disorderly conduct. And 1 conviction for playing and eluding. Would you like to stand on his behalf?
Your Honor, my client is 30 years old. Other than that, 1 conviction, probation, history. He has 2 children. He was 4 and 2. He has family support. He resides with his mother. He supports both his children. He graduated from Monmouth High School in 2012. He's working full-time at Ford Motor Company. He's been there for about 9 years. Highland graduate. In good health, he has no alcohol or drug history or cases. No alcohol or drugs were involved. In this situation, I don't believe testing is necessary. The recommendation, Your Honor, calls for 24 months probation. I'm going to ask the court to make that 12-month term of probation with the reduced oversight fees. This is not a domestic violence related case. I don't know why they're requesting HEAL. I don't believe he's
Requesting what?
the HEAL program. I don't think that's necessary in this case. I asked the court to delete the HEAL program as well as a mental health evaluation indicates that he has no mental health history or issues. Of course, I'd ask the court not to order testing. He has not been ordered to test while on bond. There are no issues with drugs or alcohol.
Well, it says he drinks 5 shots of tequila. That's a lot per occasion, and his most recent use of alcohol was 2 days prior to the interview. Smoked marijuana.
I understand, Your Honor, but quite honestly, he's got no DUI history. I mean, he's old enough to drink, and maybe he shouldn't drink that much.
Well, he ain't old enough to drink on my probation.
I understand. I understand. In terms of the cost of the expense and the fact that he's employed, I'd ask the court to take that into consideration and not have him test or have him regularly. Regarding the offense here,
What was this all about?
Your Honor, this is
Texting the victim, calling their names and saying he doesn't want her to be his 3rd baby mom.
Your Honor, he did send repeated texts to her and to her parents, but this was
To her parents?
Well, her parents did because her parents texted him. The issue was, whether it was legal to terminate the pregnancy or not, and there was a debate going back and forth because the issue arose after the reversal.
So he got somebody else pregnant. He got 2 kids already with 2 different mothers, and now he got a third one.
And
what's wrong with this picture?
well, we don't even know if this is his child. There's an allegation that it is, but there's been no definitive,
Well, that's a problem.
test or anything like that.
So they're arguing about this child,
What's
and
that?
whether or not is she gonna abort it? That's what the
No, no, no,
argument.
she had, I believe she's having.
I'm right here.
She's here. Yeah. So that's not the issue. The issue, there was a back and forth regarding that, whether she should have the child, whether she should terminate the pregnancy, and that's where the charges emanate from. But he has insisted that he never threatened her physically, anything like that. He did agree to pay for that, procedure, and she decided to do that. And there was a debate after the reversal of Roe v. Wade, whether it was legal in Michigan. So there was this back and forth with the parents about whether it is legal. And at that point, her parents thought it was illegal to abort the baby here in Michigan, and he was trying to convince them that no, it's still legal, Planned Parenthood still works.
Where do the threats come in? I guess I understand the conversation.
Right.
I don't understand what's the threat.
They indicate there are threats. He's denied that he ever made any explicit threats or anything. It was more trying to convince her to terminate the pregnancy. That's where the charges come from, and doing that in a repeated manner, where you know, she stated was harassing and intimidating.
And the complaining witness is here and she would like to make a statement to the court before sentencing.
Come on, man, and tell us your name.
Good morning. My name is Octavia Barrage.
Spell my last name.
B-U-R-R-A-G-E. So to start off, me and Terrell were friends for a pretty long time in high school. And this behavior that encounter is just lousy for me. I didn't expect Terrell to really act like this. Previously, Terrell stated, when the baby gets here, we'll figure things out. For the gender reveal, I sent Terrell on invitation to the gender reveal. After the gender reveal, Terrell started calling, texting, making fake accounts, calling abortion clinics, texting my friends and parents. I was in school to get my master's, which I graduated from Wayne State. While working in education, I had to deal with the trauma and stress of this while being pregnant. While this is an unfortunate situation, I hope we'll be able to meet in a common ground and support Onyx, our daughter, in the way that she deserves. My child looks exactly like him. He put me through so much, and I sat quiet for the whole entire time, didn't respond back, didn't say anything. I let him do him, and now that we're here, I just really, my feelings are hurt because there's no way, shape, or form should we even be sitting in this situation because the baby is involved. Like, this been long drawn, calling, texting, just doing the most. I have too much to lose to be sitting here, to be dealing with somebody that knew from the jump. This been going on for 10 plus years.
Well, I don't know how neither one of you got yourselves in this pickle.
Continue.
Man, you got a lot going on.
I do.
Stuff that's good.
I do.
And how do you get yourself pregnant with this?
Ooh.
You
I
know,
said the same thing, but we here.
everybody here is really grown. Everybody here understands what protection is. Everybody here should understand what abstinence is.
You are certainly
You
right.
know, I'm a religious person. So, you know, I believe in, you know, reading the word, seeing what it says about this kind of stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
But now, you know, we're past that. We got a baby here.
We do.
And all bets are off to you, sir. It is what it is now. You could have avoided this, first of all, by not giving in to every temptation that's out there and keeping everything in your pants until you develop a real good relationship that you know you want to marry and make a family. Then that's when all of that matters. But nobody seems to understand self-restraint anymore. Nobody here values the sanctity of marriage. Nobody understands what the word says about that. You should. You both need to get back into the word. Now you got this baby. What you gonna do? Can't deny it. I mean, if you want to, you get a DNA test. But I'm sure if what she says is true, the baby looks like you, is likely to come back positive. So all this hostility, all this is just unnecessary at this point. Now you got another one with another lady. How you could be a father to 3 separate ones and 3 separate households is difficult. But that's your job now. You gotta be of yourself and give of yourself 3 times over. There's no more having fun. No more going out with other women and doing it again and getting another one. Just get yourself together. All of the malicious phone calls are for what? And you were trying to talk her into it. She decided she didn't want to. So now you got this baby. That's a gift here for both of you to raise and direct and guide. And you gotta be the man that you would tell this daughter that she wants somebody like you. Right now, would you tell your daughter to date somebody like you? Think man and role model do you want to be for all your children? You got to grow up and be responsible. You got to use protection. You should abstain at this point until you get that relationship. You know, it'll come, the right one, but not if you keep putting everything in people that are not your future mate. This ain't you. Because now you got a baby and your future mate has got to now accept this. It's hard enough to find a nice guy that's gonna treat you the way you want to be treated, be there for you, and actually be committed to you. It's double harder with a baby. And I don't know why there's a double standard, because they want to make them, but they don't want to take care of them or be with the woman who already has one by somebody. So it's harder. So now you got to stand tall and raise this baby with him to the best of your ability. And still leave this alone. This ain't for you.
Oh, I know.
And get yourself together and move forward and find the right guy. And you know, you just gotta get in your book and read it, and it'll come to you too. Meanwhile, raise this young lady with all of the goals and values that you forget. Raise her that way. So she'll be strong. And then you go ahead and finish what you need to do for you. Get your career going. Get that degree. Move forward. Show who you are. Make him regret that he didn't choose you. Because you're not going to want that back when he did decide he wants to choose you. He got a lot of work to do on himself. He's capable. He seems like a nice enough guy, just misdirected. He'll get it together eventually. But all of this texting, that I don't know how, well, the maliciousness of it, I'm not sure. Hopefully there were no real threats. But if she feels intimidated, that's how you get the charge, sir. And I guess the moral for you is just don't have sex with people unless you want a baby with them. That's the bottom line. You got 3, you gonna get 4 or 5 if you keep it up. Stop it. Reevaluate who you are, what your future goals are, what you want, and take care of the 3 again. You're capable. You can do it. You'll be so busy doing that, bettering yourself, that you won't have time to be worried about it. And when you meet the right lady, you'll know. And then don't mess that up either. There's something to be said about waiting until y'all marry. You sure wouldn't get yourself into these pickles, how this has affected you. You won't be doing nothing like that. We're gonna make sure there's no more threatening phone calls or things like that. And I don't understand, when did you get pregnant?
I got pregnant November
Of
2023, and I had it July 15th, and I was a high risk as well.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
I
because he
had it
got an
July
order,
1st.
he was ordered not to be around you, but I guess it was
Yeah.
after he was out, you were already pregnant.
Yeah. But I didn't touch that because I was silent this whole pregnancy. I didn't respond back.
Well, good
I
for
didn't
you.
say nothing. So this was my time to let him know I don't have no ill will against him. I don't hate him, but this has to. It's
Well, y'all
ridiculous.
eventually gonna have to work together,
Correct,
because this baby deserves her dad,
correct.
and y'all have to be cordial
Mhm.
in raising her. You got at least 18 years of it. No matter who else is in your lives at that time, you have to be cordial. This is a situation you made. You got to deal with it. And it'll be okay ultimately in the long run. And I know everybody's emotional now. That too will pass. It will. But you just stay about your business. I'm proud of how you handled the whole situation.
Thank you.
And that you didn't let it get to you. And I know why you say you said I did that. But now let's focus on you and the baby. And getting your degree and making sure she's well taken care of and holding him to the task when he needs to. And you need to be visiting and doing what you need to do and taking care of that child support. That's all we can ask. And the parents, your parents should all be supportive of what you both need to be doing. And I know they probably both feeling kinds of ways too. But they will all get over it if you get over it and cast it and to raise this baby appropriately. That's all you can do. Okay. You're all set. What do you want to say?
And I will say that he has been paying no contact on order.
Well, is there a child support order yet or anything
No,
like that?
no, I don't even think there's a case yet.
She probably will have one at some point.
Right.
And then that court can make a determination as to when there should be contact if there is a paternity case filed. Okay. People wish to be heard anymore?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Well, you know, the most disturbing part, which I think has led him to be in this situation, is he called himself in a situationship. I don't even know what that is. What is that? And he admitted that he would call her at night to have personal relations. That was gonna happen. No laughing. But what would you expect? Relationship with no ties, but you going over there tapping it every night. And you don't expect this to happen. That's the part that you gotta get refocused. You don't use people like that. You know, nothing great is gonna come out of that. Now, the baby has come out of it, so that's a good thing, I guess, at this point, because she's here. But if that's not what you wanted, it was a bad situation for you. But you put yourself in that situation by trying to play it off like it was nothing, and then not protecting yourself. No condoms, no nothing, just going at it. And then this is what happens. And then I just don't understand why you would think, well, she's gonna get rid of the baby. I mean, you could ask, but I don't know why you thought that's what she would do. You denied that they were ever in a relationship. Well, by my definition, that's a relationship of some kind. This is the most personal thing you could do with anybody. It doesn't get no more personal than that. Why would you do it and talk about you're not in a relationship? Just as the biggest thing you could do is create another human being. And you say you're not in a relationship. Well, what do you use as your guide for what is a relationship? Because the passing bodily fluids and being that intimate is not a relationship. I don't know what is. And that's why you shouldn't go about this stuff so lightly. Because it is a relationship. And it is a relationship in the eyes of the higher power, which everyone will have to atone to. You don't see it now. You're not gonna be here forever. You gotta atone to all of this. So you can fix it and ask for forgiveness now and fix it. Be about yourself as a man. And you can fix that. And then you say things like, well, she had the babies, don't even look like it. You don't think it's yours, get a DNA test. Probation says, well, he admitted texting the victim, denied making threats. He did not appear to take the charge seriously as he continued laughing, smiling, and saying he was the actual victim in the case. All righty. You are so immature if you say that. You better grow up. You can't get yourself in any more trouble than this. And I'm gonna have a good eye on you. Because you're old enough to know better. You're old enough to take this everything seriously. You're not a victim. You make your own situations. And then if you make your bed, you gotta lie in it. Step up to the plate. Probation is recommended 24 months of probation. I didn't understand why. I asked you if you had something else to say, and you said no, right, Ms. Mitchell?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make this an 18-month of probationary period and see how he does. And of course, he can get off the probation once 9 months have passed. If he's done everything he's supposed to do and feels that he has benefited from this probation, there's a letter a form that he can fill out from the probation department asking to be released. If the prosecutor has no objection and I see fit to do it, then I will just release you. If not, I will set this for a hearing and we'll come back and talk about whether or not you should be released from probation. All right, so we'll have 18 months of probation. The oversight fees for this is going to be $720. Fines and costs are going to be $400. He probably didn't do any jail time. We'll just give him credit for the 1 day. 3 days of community service to be done in a nonprofit agency. No alcohol, no unprescribed drugs. I am protesting. I am actually not going to send him to the HEAL program. I'm not so sure this fits within the definition of the things that they approach. It does deal with accountability. Let's see what I might want to send them to. They've asked for a mental health evaluation. I'm not sure why, but we can do that. And treatment if it's warranted. I think I'm going to do the Class A training. They've got life skills classes, and I'm gonna do life skills segment A, which deals on lifestyle and environment, learning to effectively communicate with those around us, which they say is an important piece of every relationship, personal, professional, positive, negative, which has great potential to impact behavior in our lives. So it deals with communication, self-esteem, lifestyle, people in your life, and relationship management, decision-making and judgment, and dealing with legal issues. I'm also going to order life skills segment D, which deals with goal setting, coping with changes, dealing with self-defeating behaviors, problem-solving skills, and conflict resolution. We're gonna have, unless there is a visitation order in place, which he's certainly free to go get one, and so is she, to get paternity case file. But right now, we'll continue the no contact with what's her name, Octavia Barrage and her parents. What are the parents' names?
They're not clear in my files to pull up my complaint warrant. I apologize.
Okay, let me see if I got it. It just has Miss Barrage, it doesn't have anyone else on it.
Your Honor, it's Patrick and Stephanie Barrage.
All right, so Patrick and Stephanie Barrage, so no contact with them. Maintain employment. And $75 crime victims' rights fee. Reimburse $225 for legal counsel. And I believe that to me is gonna complete my sentence. You got this warrant out of Georgia, but you ever go down there? I'm not gonna deal with that.
You're not regarding the test, is that one time per month or never probation?
Whatever they say. Okay. Oh, there's a PSI screening fee too. Sorry about that. Forgot that. That's $100. All right, so that's gonna complete the sentence of the court. All right. The bond can't be applied. Well, it's Miss Sweat has posted it, so she can get that back if she wants. Or she can apply it to the fines and costs. What do you think she wants to do? Have it returned? Okay, she can go downstairs and then apply it if she like. Okay. Good luck, sir. And here, this goes with the pre-sentence report.
Your mama will take it.